There's no worse feeling in Magic than getting mana screwed. But if you're mana screwing your opponent, that's just pure fun. Cue the intro, let's talk about it. Welcome back to the channel today, guys. Thank you so much for clicking on my video. In today's video, we have a TEMUR deck for you, but this isn't your typical TEMUR ramp into a Genesis Ultimatum. No, this is a TEMUR land destruction, and we built this deck solely around Waking the Trolls, a saga card that not only destroys your opponent's lands, helps you ramp, but it also generates a boatload of trolls to go right into your opponent's face and win the game with. So Waking the Trolls is going to be our win con today. But before we break this entire deck down and show you how we did it and get into the gameplay footage, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, I just ask if you do so. It's a free way to help support the channel and help us grow, getting us out to more viewers, and I'd really appreciate it. Also, there's a little notification bell there for you. If you want to click that, you'll be notified anytime we post a video, which is 3 times a week, so you don't miss out on any future content. All right, let's jump into it, because this one is a fun one. So like I just said, this is a 3 saga card here in Waking the Trolls. It costs 6 mana. You're destroying your opponent's target land. You're also ramping on that saga too by putting a target land from a graveyard onto the battlefield, but you're also generating trolls based on the difference of mana you have versus your opponent, which can win you the game easily. So how do we make that card the most valuable in the deck? How do we generate 20 trolls? Well, we got to get way ahead of our opponent with the ramp, right? So I have a ramp idea in this deck that may seem a little bit different than most, and that's because of the curve that we're trying to hit here. So most people in this deck would probably be running Cultivate. Cultivate is a 3 mana card that allows you to pull 2 lands out of your deck, placing 1 onto the battlefield and ramping up. Well, I decided to go with a turn 2 ramp play where we have Lotus Cobra, a 4 of, and we have Wolfwillow Haven. Both of these cards gets us 1 additional land on turn 2. So if we're on turn 2 and we get an additional land, why not on turn 3 play Migration Path? Because we have 4 mana available to us now if we get one of these down on turn 2. So now we have 4 mana available. So why play Cultivate when we can play Migration Path, which allows us to get 2 cards and put them both onto the battlefield, 2 additional lands. So it's basically Cultivate on steroids. You know what I'm saying? Now that we're done talking about the ramp, we're also going to be doing some land destruction spells, which are going to set our opponents back, you know, on their land, which is only going to get us even further ahead for that Waking the Trolls. How are we going to do that? Well, we have an instant speed spell called Smashing Success from the new set of Kaldheim, which destroys a target land or artifact. If you destroy an artifact, you get to create a treasure token, which is great, but most of the time we're not going to be doing that. We're not going to be shooting to destroy any sort of artifacts. What we're going to be doing is destroying our opponent's land and getting ahead of our opponent, especially if they're hurting on mana. Like say they're running multiple colors. If we can keep them off of one specific color to slow them down and stop their key spells from resolving, we're just going to keep getting further and further ahead. Well, what if we run into mono red, mono white that's everywhere on the board, and all we're doing is ramping up to our big spells? Well, we're gonna die before we get there. So there's a way that we get there, and through that way is sleep. Sleep is a fantastic it's a fantastic card to get us to where we want to go, because it stalls out our opponents for an entire turn. It almost acts as our board sweeper without actually killing our opponent's things. We don't really care about killing our opponent's things, because once we get to where we want to go, there's no way our opponent's going to outvalue us on the board state with our trolls and other things that we have going on. So sleep is just going to help us stall and get to where we need to go. With sleep, all you're doing is you're tapping all your opponent's target creatures. They don't on-tap during your opponent's next on-tap step. So you actually get to sleep them. If you have some creatures on the board, you can get in for an attack late in the game to win the game. But this is just to help us get to where we need to go, because we are trying to ramp up to bigger spells, and with mono white and mono red everywhere, they can kill us if we're not ready for that. So sleep is going to help us do what we got to do. And then we need to have some card draw. So we have Behold the Multiverse, which is going to help us search for the spells that we need, those land destruction spells or the bigger spells that we need to pull out, or even our ramp spells. It'll help us find a whole lot of things that we may need to get. So Behold the Multiverse is going to be one of our main draw spells. But once we start petering out at the end of the game and we're drawing dead, or we just are going flat, we also have Gadwick, because we're going to have so much land on the battlefield that Gadwick's going to be able to draw us an insane amount of cards, just an absurd amount of cards if we really need it to. So Gadwick's a fantastic way to not only chump block and help us get to where we need to go, but Gadwick's going to be able to just draw us a million cards, which is awesome. Then we have Waking the Trolls on the top end. Obviously, this is going to be the card that we want to win the game with. But once we play Waking the Trolls, we want to follow it up with some things like Alrund's Epiphany. Alrund's Epiphany is a basically the nail in the coffin. This is how we're going to basically shut our opponent out from winning the game. If we're able to play Waking the Trolls or Kiora, Best of Sea Gods, which we run 3 of, if we could play one of these 2 cards on curve, or even if we could play the Waking the Trolls into a Kiora or whatever it may be, if we can get one of these sagas resolved and we follow up the very next turn with an Alrund's Epiphany to not only get our 2nd and 3rd saga to trigger before our opponent can do their next thing, there's almost no way we can lose the game. So Alrund's Epiphany is going to be that nail in the coffin to just solidify the win. And then of course we're running 1 Seagate's Restoration because it is a 7 CMC, but again, we're going to have so much mana, we don't even care. We don't care if you're 7 CMC. It's basically running a 3-drop at the, at a certain point of this game. If we curve right, this deck can do some marvelous things really, really quickly. And then the mana is as follows. We do need a bunch of basic lands here for our migration path to hit, but we also run 4 Fabled Passages because we're running Lotus Cobra, which can, obviously trigger our Lotus Cobra twice. So that's pretty awesome, and it helps us get to where we need to go faster. But that's going to be the deck, guys. I don't know how fast this was. I had to shoot this intro in a couple parts, but that's going to wrap it up for this deck tech. We're going to jump into the gameplay footage. Like I said, the gameplay footage is so much fun. Stick around all the way through and watch all these games because they're a blast to watch. And I hope you guys enjoy this deck list. Also, we have memberships on the channel and active. If you're not already a member of the channel, you can join for $4.99 a month, and you'll be able to get access to any of our future or past pack openings. We did some live pack openings as well as arena pack openings. Whenever new sets release, we plan on doing some more. So if you want to become a member to get access to those videos, as well as our VODs for when we stream, those are going to be members only access as well. Be sure to become a member, and it's going to help support the channel as well. And I really appreciate each and every one of you who already have become a member. I thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. It means the world to me, and I appreciate all the support. Let's go ahead and jump into the gameplay footage now, and we'll wrap it up here with some final thoughts at the end. We'll see you guys there. Peace. All right, here we go. Today we are going big. Big is the game plan. And it looks like we have a couple Kioras with some migration paths. This could be solid. We're going to keep this. Going to keep this, see if we can keep up though. Opponents on Obosh, which means we're going to see a lot of adventure spells. Let's hope we can keep up with it. Not afraid of a lot of those adventure spells though, except for maybe Love Struck Beast. We need a green. Shoot, we got to drop this in for green, unfortunately. I was hoping maybe we could play Seagate Restoration there, but we need green so we can get out the Lotus Cobra and start going to do our thing. But yeah, the only thing I'm really afraid of here is Love Struck Beast. Not so much Bone Crusher Giant. There's not too many targets for its stomp ability. And then if they want to drop Brazen Borrower on us, that's also fine. Because if they bounce our things, it is what it is. Let's hope that the Cobra survives. Probably gonna get stomped, but it's fine. Would like if it can survive 1 turn though, it'd be nice. We can get the migration path out on curve, which would be pretty awesome, but I doubt it. Almost 90% sure that's gonna get stomped. That's fine. That's a-okay. Enter tapped, and then next turn we can get out the migration path, and then we could do the Waking the Trolls, which would be great. So we can probably honestly cycle one of these away. That's probably not too bad. There's the Bone Crusher, and then we could take their red source. If they can't find another red source, we're gonna feel really nice. Edgewall coming in for 1 damage, not a problem. We do take 5 next turn, which is a lot, but that's fine. No land? Hopefully they didn't hit a land. Oh, I was gonna say, if they didn't hit a land there, we were really about to take off on them. All right, throw this down for red, a migration path. Probably need more green because we have more blue in the hand. Already at 6 mana here, so looking really nice. Kiora, Best of Sea Gods, we're gonna get that down this turn, and then we'll go for the Waking the Trolls the following turn. I would throw down the Waking the Trolls now, but we need a body to block with here because they are getting some creatures on the board that we have to deal with here, so. Let's go blue here. Kiora down, and then I can also drop another one next turn too if I really feel like it, and we can just try to go for lethal that way. But I really want to do the Waking the Trolls because I'm extra greedy. You know how we are. We're extra greedy around here, right? It's all about the greed, baby. It's gonna be one big Kazandu Mammoth there, but we'll block it. We might run into an Embercleave here if they crack this for red. Which I'm okay with. If they want to go Embercleave, I'm fine with that. Because the next turn, the Kiora goes off, they all tap down and can't untap. So it gives us time to set up the Waking the Trolls, which is nice. We don't get to get in for our 8 damage, but it's still nice. Still fine. I wonder what they foretold, though. That's what's got me really confused. Do they have a Behold the Multiverse, maybe? Or Saw It Coming? I hope it's not Saw It Coming. I hope not. They foretell another card, and they didn't grab a red source, so we know Embercleave's not coming. Interesting. We know it's not Embercleave. So are they just throwing their Kazandu Mammoth away here? Wow, they sure are. They didn't even pump it up or anything. Seems like a bad play to me, but you never know. Brazen borrows the Kiora? Mad lad. Absolute mad lad. Okay. Do we play the other Kiora then? We just keep throwing these Kioras down, or do we go for the one red source? We can go for one of their blue sources. I think we kill their land here. I think we take the red one, yeah? Red does a lot for our opponent, but so does blue at this point with the flying, with the Brazen Borrower coming in as a flyer. This is a interesting situation to be in here. Do I take the red or do I take the blue? I feel like both of those things that they foretold are Saw It Coming or Behold the Multiverse, right? So I'm gonna go for blue. I'm gonna go for blue, and then we're gonna foretell our own multiverse here. Feels pretty good to me. Feels pretty good to me. We're gonna get one more land off of their graveyard here. Nice. They find another red source, which would have really bummed me out had I taken their red source. So I'm glad we went with blue. Edge wall. Okay, they're trying to draw a lot of cards, but they can't play the Brazen Borrower. Very nice. We definitely got away with one there. That's awesome. All right. Let's go with their island. Because if we crack their Fabled Passage, they're just going to get it back anyways. Cure best to see gods. Saw it coming? Sure. Sure thing. Let's go here. Play our land. Get our Behold the Multiverse going. We'll take another one. And we get a land. Okay, that's not terrible. That's not terrible. We're gonna get a couple of trolls here. So we got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 land to their 4, 5, 6. So we're gonna get 4 trolls if they don't play a land here. That's pretty good. I'll take that. 4 trolls. Ah, make it 3. That's still good. That's still good though. So they do double the damage on all their creatures here. So if they wanted to swing in, it wouldn't be terribly, it wouldn't be a bad idea. They would kill my Kraken because I'd have to block with the Bone Crusher. Or I could just kill an Edge Wall and go Bone Crusher, but then the Bone Crusher survives, which is not good. I think I have to block like this. It is what it is. We get a lot of trolls here though. 3 trolls. Ooh, and we get another Wake the Trolls. Let's go. And we're gonna take their last and final blue source here. And then we will just play Behold the Multiverse whenever it's the end of their turn here. So pass the turn. Feeling good? Feeling good. Now they can't counter anything. So if that is a Saw It Coming, they can't counter. That's 4 damage. Oh, it's only 2. Never mind. Okay, I thought Obosh would have made that 4 damage. Thank God. Thank God it wasn't. We really got to be careful though, because that stomp is really a factor that I didn't really think too much of. They could crack that Fabled Passage for blue and then hit a Saw It Coming on me here, but I don't think they're gonna do that. Alrund's Epiphany, baby. Don't mind if I do, but is it gonna be countered? That's the big question here. Is it gonna be countered? Let's find out. Nice, well that gets through. That's nice. Foretell these, and then next turn we're just gonna pop those off and basically win the game, I think, right? Hold up our blockers one more time. This is the last and final time we're gonna hold up our blockers. This feels pretty good. I feel like we've got this one in the bag here. I feel like we got it in the bag up against Obosh, TEMUR. This is nice. Our TEMUR ramp outplays TEMUR Adventures, which feels really nice. They skipped the attack phase, which makes me feel really good. Here comes the tap down. We have lethal on board, actually. Right here, right now, we have lethal. But let's go and try to get the overkill. Let's try to get the overkill here. Ah, they don't let us get in there for the overkill. That's sad. Come on, be a sport. GG's. Well, we're back to game 2, and I'm a little ticked off, I can't lie. This is actually game number 3. You guys aren't going to be able to see the second game we played because our opponent roped us about the most egregious roping we've ever gotten. They were basically only coming back to stop themselves from being blown up over and over again. And we had such a really good game too. I really wanted to showcase it. We had all of our land destruction spells in the hand, so we were able to eat up their lands early and fast. And we got way ahead, and we actually had like 8 trolls on the battlefield. But unfortunately, I can't show the game because it just would have been a mess. They just went to town on the roping situation. So it's a little unfortunate. Our opponent here is running Mill, which is not good for us. Mill is never fun. And whenever they get a crab out on turn 1, generally means they're gonna hit a pretty good run here. Looks like they're playing rogues. Good to know. They hit an Epiphany there. Nice, we got an Epiphany though ourselves. I think we need to dig here for some more lands, maybe some ramp. We're gonna do it now before they can hit us with a Drown in the Lock. They could still counter this, but they would need to be running like Lofty Denial and things like that. More land, more Kiora. Land and Kiora. I think I put the Kiora back. I think I only need 1 Kiora. Okay, perfect. We got back-to-back lands. All right, so we're already at 4 lands, about to be at 5. We can foretell this. We can also sleep our opponent here. We might just want to Gadwick though and draw a bunch of cards. Gadwick for 2 here. That might not be too bad. They hit our land destruction spell, but they have not hit a trolls yet. Awakening the trolls. Nice, and we draw one off the top just as I say it. All right. Oh, we actually can't play Gadwick. We don't have enough blue. Bummer. Foretell that. And then next turn we could play Awakening the Trolls. Get ahead on land and hopefully shut them down. Typically rogues, they only run a small amount of lands because they have, you know, things that only cost so much. But if we can keep them off like that 4th land, that 5th land, we can probably stop them from card draw. Which could help a lot. So let's hope that the Waking the Trolls hit something good here. That's not good. Fabled Passage on the crab. And they're definitely going to be able to play the Into the Story now. but they have a full grip anyways. I don't know if they'd want to do that, but the bad part is we don't have a really good answer for our opponent's crab. You know what I'm saying? Let's go blue. Waking the Trolls. Probably going to be countered here. Probably getting countered. I would assume. Unless, of course, they're just going to be playing some like Soaring Thought Thieves or Enforcers and things like that. Which is also very possible. Which also mills us, which is not fun. Didn't say please. Alright, I didn't see that coming. So we still have quite a bit of Waking the Trolls in the deck, 3 of them. They hit 2 Alrund's Epiphanies, or 3. Oh, wow. Oh, actually one of those is Foretold. What am I saying? Okay. Alright, there's a Soaring Thought Thief, and they're down to 1 mana. They open themselves up for me to make a big play here. So maybe I go with the Alrund's Epiphany into the Kiora Best of Sea Gods? That could be the play. Or do I just go straight for the Kiora? Maybe I just go straight for the Kiora and let it start ticking down. Really present the threats for winning the game. We have to keep in mind too that our opponent can throw down a Guild Thieves Enforcer and block the 8/8, and it would have Death Touch. We still probably have to play the game around that though. Like we have to probably swing in for the 8/8 in order to have a shot here, and just hope they don't have it, but more than likely they are going to have it. Land destruction's not coming through for us, unfortunately. Into the story. They're digging deep, so they need to find something here. That's a good sign for us. If we can keep them tapped out and take 2 turns with this Kiora here, we'd be in really good shape. Really, really good shape. This is going to be a really big turn here. Really big. Because we are going to tap them down and be able to swing in for 8. We all runs Epiphany, and then we're good to go. But they could also do a lot of things with 2 mana. Okay, they go for another crab. That's amazing for us. That's actually huge. We know they don't have a counterspell now. Let's go, man. This is really good. We're going to get 2 shots with our Kiora here. 2 shots. Feels pretty good to me. And those 1/1s I wish could do damage this turn, but they can't. Then we would have lethal, but... Let's get in there, and then we steal something and untap it, actually. So we can get lethal here, I think. I think we can get lethal here. We steal the Soaring Thought Thief. How much do I have in the graveyard? 6? This is actually a 2/3. Nice, we'll take that. We will take that, and then we get GG's here. All right, they're gonna try to draw a card, but they're tapped out, so it's not like they can do anything about it. And then when we swing in on this turn, this is gonna mill our opponent, and then it becomes a 2. And we have, oh, we don't actually get to attack with it this turn. That's so unfortunate. Okay, well, we'll Seagate Restoration, I guess. And end turn. All right, we have lethal presented on the board. Their Soaring Thought Thief will be a 2 power. So unless they can wipe the board with an extinction event for even, we win the game. Which I wish I would have said that, because I'm sure they can. All right, they did just into the story, so good sign for us. 17 cards left in our deck. We're not going to get milled. I thought I could have swung in there with the Soaring Thought Thief because it didn't have Summoning Sickness on their side of the board, so I didn't think it would get it on our side, but apparently it does. We learned our lesson. Good to know. We also have Gadwick to draw us a million cards, but that would be probably not the best idea with 11 cards left in the deck. These crabs are going off with the Fabled. Down to A7. No, 6. 5. We're down to 5. Couple of enforcers, I'm sure. Back-to-back enforcers actually would mill us out. If that happens, I'm gonna be so upset. Do they have back-to-back enforcers? That is the question. If they do and they're slow rolling it, I'm gonna be extra upset. Oh, I probably shouldn't have did that Seagate restoration. All right, nice. It's not an enforcer. Okay, Blood Chief's Thirst. Okay. Okay. They're tapped out. We can sleep them. That's game. That is game, my friend. Let's freaking go. We just beat rogues. Barely, but we did it. We had 4 cards left in the gray or the deck. Wow, that was a close one. Let's freaking go. All right. We are having some fun, baby. Game number 3. Should be game number 4, but it is what it is. Let's get some more land destruction going, you know what I'm saying? I want to get some more trolls on the battlefield. That's the goal. I want to get a boatload of trolls. There we go. Yes, this is actually a great hand. This is a great hand. We go first too. Gotta love that. Opponent went for a mulligan here though. I hope they don't rage scoop. I've seen that happen before. That would ruin my day. Alright, cool. They're gonna let us play this one out. Let's go. I'm so excited. We got a Cobra into some really fun stuff. We're up against mono white. Ooh, that's gonna be a tough one to beat, I can't lie. Hopefully the Cobra keeps them like wary about maybe attacking. I have a sleep though that I can play next turn to buy us some time to get into our Waking the Trolls, which feels nice. That's a good sleep too, because now we have a Hollow Blade here too to worry about. No blocks. We'll put him to sleep this next turn. Buy us a round, and then we'll get to work on our trolls here. Let's go red. Doesn't really matter on the color we grab here. Actually, it does. We need blue. Wow, that was almost a huge mistake. Can't believe I thought there was no. I can't believe I thought we were good there. All right, and then we got the troll. I'm sorry, we got the Waking the Trolls if our Cobra survives this turn. But there is a small chance that we could get hit with a apparition. That would be really sad. Hopefully they don't. If they don't hit a land here, which is very possible because mono white typically likes to thrive off of 2 lands, we'd be getting really far ahead. But it looks like they did hit it. Fair enough. That's a big hit from the top ropes with that Seasoned Hollow Blade. All right, let's get this going, baby. Let's get this Waking the Trolls out. Let's get down a blue source because we have Kiora Best of Sea Gods coming out soon. Waking the Trolls. We're gonna steal one of their lands next turn. Don't really need a white source, but it is land nonetheless, so it could help us get to where we need to go. So we have 4, 5, 6, and that one makes 7. Lotus Cobra makes 8. Yeah, so we can get a Kiora down next turn. Wow, we are getting really quick on this one. About to get a Kiora out on turn 5. That feels really, really good. And hopefully we can grab a bunch of... let's just get in for an attack. We're not going to block with this anyways, and I think they know it. So they're going to swing that Alsate anyways. But yeah, hopefully we can get a lot of trolls off of this here if they don't play any more lands. And then Kiora can tap them down for 2 more turns as well. Keeping their creatures tapped down is going to be huge. We're going to have to take 2 shots from the Hollow Blade though for sure. Oh no, that is a terrible card to see. Wow, that literally just ruined our entire game plan. Savage. Okay. Okay, can we still play it though? 4. I don't think we can. Let's get this into play. Let's grab green, I guess. If we play, so 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we can't do it. But we can kill one of their lands again, which can get us ahead even further on the board to create more trolls. So let's do that now. Let's just hit it now. And then I am a-okay with blocking now with the Lotus Cobra. 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 lands out here. 7 plus a Cobra makes 8. So we wouldn't even be able to play Kiora anyways. Yeah, let's just use Kiora to block with... I'm sorry, the Lotus Cobra. Let's just use it to block. Wait, they scooped? Are you serious? All because we were about to get all those trolls? Maybe they had a handful of like apparitions or something like that. Maybe we really disrupted them there, but that Redain was actually shutting our crap down, man. We weren't able to do anything. We were gonna get some trolls there that next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4 trolls at 4/4. So we definitely would have had the battlefield, you know, covered with a lot of damage. But the problem is they got creatures in the air that I can't do anything about. I don't know why they quit. I think they may have even almost won that game, if I'm being honest. But GG. Weird stuff like that has been happening a lot lately, where our opponents just kind of, I'm done. I'm triggered. It's like, you got to play those games out. Maybe they thought we had some good stuff in hand. I don't know. We needed to find like another sleep and maybe like an Alrund's Epiphany. We might have been okay, but... All right, we got another Lotus Cobra. Heck yes. We got land destruction. And we got some big plays, so this could be good. Opponent goes first, we get to draw, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep this. Get this Lotus Cobra going quickly. Lotus Cobra is kind of key to all of our plays here, because we have a lot of turn 4 stuff that we'd like to play. Oh, the plow. The old plow, huh? Alright. Definitely got to destroy their lands. Get this going. We got 2 turns where we're destroying their lands. This is gonna be like, what kind of deck is this? I've seen the plow and Rakdos, but nothing else really. Definitely gonna destroy that. Keep them off their black mana. Keep them off their black sources here. We're probably gonna have to play the Sea Gate Restoration as a land, and then what? Destroy another one of their lands. It depends. I guess it depends on what we draw here. Okay, we find a blue source. Beautiful. That puts us at 5 mana. Yeah, I guess we just go for another land here. Go for their blue source. Stop them from drawing cards with their Of the Mines and whatnot. Looking good right now. We've got them shut down on black mana. We got them shut down on blue mana. They do find another blue source. And the plow comes in for 6. That's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt. And they get 3 more mana. Wow, that's good. Alright, so if we play 4, 5, 6, we could draw 3 cards. But we're taking a bit of damage. Or we can just ramp some more and draw 1 card. Am I seeing that right? Yeah, I think if we do this, we could draw 2 cards. Yeah, we could draw 2 cards. That seems pretty good. Now we got some good blockers here now. That feels good. All right, let's get in there with the Cobra. Get some more damage in there. Say go. We've got a Kiora followed by an Alrund's Epiphany. Love the combo. Get 2 triggers with the Sagas before they can get a turn off, so that feels really good. This is only in there, I'm guessing, to get this plow going. I'm sure they're gonna grab a black source here. It is what it is. Would like to find a waking the trolls. We're way ahead on lands here, so I'd like to find one of those and get rid of that black source. Or maybe their blue source would be better. I'm not sure. We have a lot of really good plays we can do. Let's just put it that way. They didn't bring the plow in, I guess because I could have blocked it and killed it. All right, let's go ahead and grab some green. Get down our friend here, and Kiora, the best of sea gods. We'll tap you down. All right, they hit 2 lands. I like that. That's fine. That's a-okay with me. And then we'll get in there with the Cobra again, leaving up the wizard to block the plow. Okay, the enforcer comes down. We mill some more. So this is a really odd mill deck, but they played that in, I think, hopes of blocking the Cobra there, but they played that on the defensive step instead of the attack step, so unfortunate for them. Alrund's Epiphany is coming down this turn, which is going to allow us to do some really, really good things. What do we steal from our opponent, though? That's the question. Maybe we steal their golem so that way they can't get the plow, and it's basically like a 2-for-1. That could be good. Another enforcer. So they're really trying to mill me pretty hard here now. I don't like that. Don't like that at all. We have lethal though. We're gonna tap them down. Alrund's Epiphany. If it lands without being countered, then we get to hit him twice with the Kiora. So let's hope for no counter spells. They have some instant speed plays here. They only have 1 blue source up, so it would have to be like a negate or lofty denial, something like that. All right, they tapped their blue source. I'm good now. I know I have lethal now then. That's all I needed to see. They shouldn't have done that so soon. Alrund's Epiphany. I guess that doesn't matter. All right, there's a scoop, and we win the game. They saw the writing on the wall. We were about to run through them with a couple of 8-8 shots to the face, and they couldn't block. GG. One last round for the road, and we'll switch up the deck for a new video, baby. I'm enjoying this deck, though. It sucks when you make a deck that's really fun to play, because all you want to do is keep playing it, but now I got to go work on another one, so it is what it is, I guess. All right. Wolfwillow Haven into a migration path. That's good. We have a sleep to get us there as well, and we also have a restoration to draw a bunch of cards, so definitely going to keep this. Let's go ahead and get down the red source here. And then make this green. Yeah, we'll make this green. All right, we're up against cycling. This could be really bad for us, honestly. Unless we find a way to destroy like particular lands to stop them from zenith flaring us. Like if they play red, we need to destroy the red source. But if we can't do that, the zenith flare is just gonna run through us. Let's go red and Wolfwillow Haven on the red source. Then we'll go blue, migration path, and then we can sleep them twice while we set up our big plays. All right, these foxes are gonna be really big. Oh boy, taking a lot of damage here, unfortunately. Blue, migration path, blue and red. We have a lot more blue here, so I figured blue and red's fine. And they have all the mana they need to hit that zenith flare to win the game. Shoot. Looking for like, oh, that's actually lethal, isn't it? Well, that's unfortunate. Yeah, that's cycling for you, man. Man, they got through that quick. I made a mistake there, though. That was on me. I opted for the migration path instead of playing the proper mana out here. I played this red source when I should have played a blue source. Wolfwillow Haven that, and then played a follow-up on the blue source. We could have slept them twice. So that was honestly my own mistake, but I don't think we would have made it out of that alive anyways, but GG. And those are the games. Thank you all so much for watching this video all the way through. If you're here at the end of the video and you're hearing the sound of my voice right now, you're an absolute lord, and I appreciate you so much for help supporting the channel as much as you do, because when you watch a video all the way through like this, it helps with the average view time, which and then goes to the algorithm and pushes it out to more people. So I really appreciate your support on that. But yeah, let's talk about it a little bit. So the deck was fun. I can't deny how fun it was. It was one of the most fun decks I've played in a long time. It does some really busted things when it goes off, but unfortunately for this deck, I don't see it in a competitive field as far as like running this to diamond without stopping and just destroying everybody, because unfortunately there are a lot of holes in the game, because with this deck, it's essentially a combo. You want to ramp into your big spells and do those big spells, but what if you're drawing your opening hand and it's full of big spells but no ramp? You know what I'm saying? So you kind of have to get that right hand to get the game started with, like those ramp spells, and then you gotta hope that you draw into those big spells on curve. So there is a lot of variables to this deck that make it not super competitive as far as like, you know, running it to mythic and just destroying everybody. It's not one of those decks, but it is a lot of fun and it is super competitive. Don't get me wrong. You can do, obviously we won a lot of games with this. We went up against rogues, for crying out loud, and beat them. So there is room for this deck to grow probably and become a little more competitive even. But right now it's pretty competitive. I like where it's at. I wish there were some more, I don't know what the word I'm looking for here. I guess reliable. I wish there were some more reliable land destruction spells. I think Waking the Trolls is a fantastic land destruction card, but Smashing Success, not that great. A 4-drop just to destroy a land can be super clutch if your opponent is struggling to hit this, you know, certain land drops or certain colors. You know, Smashing Success can do some really busted things, but most of the time, if your opponent's curving out nicely, you know, destroying one land for 4 mana, not that great. I wish there was a, you know, if this was a 3-drop, or if we had other spells to choose from with a little bit better land destruction options, I would definitely put it in the slot. But everything else I think has a very strong and meaningful purpose in this deck. I wouldn't change too much of it myself personally, but I would love to hear your thoughts on the deck. If you ended up playing it and liked it, let me know. It means the world to me, you know, to see the comments down below how you liked it, and also some things that you might change. I'd love to hear those thoughts as well. Let me know what you guys think, and if you guys can make this deck better, for sure let me know. I would love to hear your thoughts down below. And that's going to wrap it up for today's video, though. Thank you all so much for watching. You know, it means the world to me, and thank you so much for supporting the channel the way you guys do each and every day. And we'll be posting another video this Wednesday. I hope to see you all there, and that's going to be it. So we'll see you on Wednesday, and have a good rest of your day. Peace.
Hit him 3 times like a hat trick. The name is Fizzy, no Patrick. If you play him, then it's tragic. Hit him with the mythic, yeah, that's magic. MTG, that's what you'll see if you like and subscribe.